Good morning.
Can't see her.
I am Karyn Smith, and I am seeking your vote to be re-elected to the Town Council in the April 4th election cycle. I know many of you took a chance on me to put me on the council when I ran the first time. And as I stated then, a motivating factor for me was my daughter Bella, who has a severe cognitive impairment and cannot speak for herself. And I wanted to be sure her needs and those of her peers, whether they're in SOAR, Penguin Project, Seedling Theater, are represented in Normal's planning. But even before our experience as a family with these individuals happened, growing up, I found for myself in a situation where we had to deal with a medical crisis. My father was a World War II veteran and had a heart attack and heart surgery that sidelined him for 3 months, and he was the only breadwinner. This was a situation where there weren't a lot of social supports at the time, but when they say it takes a village, well, we were a village because there were 10 children in the family. And my older brothers jumped in to take over his milk route and continue to have income coming into the home. But I know that that isn't the case for every disabled individual, where they have that personal safety net or others, but they need to be heard. And so one of the first things I did on the council was push back when Connect Transit wanted to raise the rates for fares, and they were going to disproportionately increase them for Connect Mobility riders from $1 to more than $3 for one way. Now, you may not realize this, but if a disabled individual is receiving PUNS dollars, that's this Illinois State Support Program, and they're on Medicaid, they're restricted to $50 a month in personal outlay. That $50 is supposed to cover clothing, shoes, eating out, any kind of entertainment, going to a movie. So this $6 round trip would have severely handicapped their ability to have any quality of life. As a result of that pushback, a working group was formed, and the members of that group studied the issue for nearly a year. I sat in on the majority of those meetings and watched them digest all this information about how transit worked and what options there existed. And as a result of that, they came back and recommended a one fare for all system, which was adopted. Now, it did call for increased funding from both Bloomington and Normal. Normal has stepped up and allocated the American Rescue Plan dollars to meet this additional expense. But I am confident that as we look at our growth after these 5 years, when those funds are exhausted, that we will see that the money is there, because we are a growing community. And that presents both an opportunity and a challenge. An opportunity for Normal to look at doing things because we should have additional revenue sources. But a challenge because I think many times individuals are threatened when they find new people coming into the community and feel that their own needs will be cut because others are now making demands upon resources. I witnessed this for myself in family meetings where my older siblings would say, hey, the pie just kept getting cut into smaller pieces. Well, being number 7, I was just glad to get a piece of pie no matter how big it was. So I understand that, but that's why I make it a mission of mine to listen and to make sure that I am hearing from people, and rather than get back and forth in an email exchange, I'll meet one-on-one with people for coffee and talk to them directly. Because one of the things I want to find out is, why do they feel that way? What is their thought basis? And I make that point when I prepare for the council meetings, because every session, I have poured through that material, and I want to make sure I understand why the recommendation is there. When it's not clear, I'll give them time to research it, and I'll ask to have this information exposed in the open council session, because that was another reason that I ran, that when I would attend the council session, so much of the business was taken care of in a quick vote, and there was little discussion. And I want to have it so that citizens know why the town is doing things. I spent a number of years in sales, and there's such a thing as the sale after the sale. And if people are questioning things, which is human nature of why did we do this, sometimes it's just a simple matter of clearing the air, getting the information out there, and that's what I feel is important to do, to help make all of our residents, whether they moved here or grew up here, I want them to feel that this is our community, and together that we can make Normal an exceptional place to live. My name is Karyn Smith. I am running for the re-election to the Normal Town Council. I'm asking for your vote in the April 4 election cycle, because it's not just one day. And I look forward to talking to you if you have to reach me. I can be reached on my social media contacts, which are still in development, but Karyn for Normal will get you to a website, an Instagram, and a Facebook page. Thank you.